Really a dream come true for us.
Actually, it is an opportunity po namin kasi malayo kami, sa Mindanao pa kami. Kaya sabi ko, sige, dalhin natin yung mga bata dito para naman makadinig sila sa ibang choir, lalo na dito sa Maynila. Yeah.
The performances are simply magnificent. Each choir is uniquely excellent, giving their own flavor to the pieces that they perform. Everyone has already proven themselves as winners.
We all know that the Cultural Center of the Philippines is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. But did you know that one of the CCP's resident companies is also celebrating their 40th anniversary? Take a guess. Is it A, Ballet Philippines? Can it be B, Tanghalang Pilipino? Or is it C, the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra? Find out the answer when the red carpet returns. Now back to our question. Which resident company of the Cultural Center of the Philippines is also celebrating its 40th year anniversary? Could it be A, Ballet Philippines? Is it B, Tanghalang Pilipino? Could it be C, the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra? The answer is Ballet Philippines. Entitled Leap of Joy, Ballet Philippines opened their 40th season with their groundbreaking and pioneering hits.
Reinforcing its place as the premier dance company in the country, Ballet Philippines opened its Ruby season with its finest selection of treasured choreography. Entitled Masterworks, the 40th season opener of the Ballet Philippines is a tour de force performance that pays homage to the company's most popular dances. From its extensive repertoire of over 400 works, both classical and contemporary.
Ballet Philippines, institution na talaga. Marami sa mga sayaw nito, it mirrors different parts of Philippine history. So we thought it's really apt. Pero ambisyon to magkaroon ng live music very first time. So masayang-masaya kami. So we felt na 40 years, it's time na ipakita yung mga treasures ng company.
Works of renowned choreographers and dance artists came to life once again on the stage of the CCP's Tanghalang Nicanor Abelardo. A dynamic marriage of ethnic and ballet dance inspired by the dance of the Igorots in a mountain province. A caricature of Filipino life set to the music of Ryan Cayabyab. An athletic padadu known for its stoic character and precise movements. A dance dialogue that portrays the high-strung emotions of Filipino drama to the music of popular local music movie tunes. A social commentary to boost the campaign to clean up the Pasig River. A neoclassical ballet. A pas de deux that expresses the unforgettable passion of William Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers.
it's exciting. A lot of fun and exciting dances for the people.
Lahat kasi favorite ko din eh. Kasi, kumbaga, most sa mga sayaw, di pa ako pinapanganak, ginagawa na siya. Tapos, kumbaga, kaya nga siya masterworks kasi yun yung mga, kumbaga, masterworks. Yun yung mga kailangan ma-perform sa dancer dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya lahat, favorite ko yun lahat.
Kasama din yung mga classes namin. Yung igorot, kailangan may, yung parang la-rev, kailangan modern graham, ganon. Kahit naka-point shoes, kailangan nakababa sa floor. Tapos yung back naman, mas coaching at saka class talaga na tama for the piece.
Sa ginawa ko tonight, yung pangalawa, yung naka-red, yun lang bago for me. Kasi yung ibang pyesa, matagal ko nang natutunan. Each piece was a challenge. And each piece is a challenge still. Kasi mahirap talaga sila eh. Mahirap talaga yung mga pyesang ginawa namin.
Lahat naka-challenge sa akin. As in, lahat talaga. Kasi masterwork siya eh. So, every piece, may kanya-kanyang character, stamina na dinidemand. So, ang challenge doon, kung paano mo i-change yung character in every dance. And tsaka kung paano mo ipipace yung energy mo.
One can't help but feel a sense of pride in the artistry of the premier dance company of the Philippines.
I'm so proud for our dancers, our choreographers, and all the collaborators for this program. Audience really screaming and saying bravo. That we've really arrived as a ballet company. Dancers are just so good.
With Masterworks, the 40th season of Ballet Philippines is off to a great start. Is it possible to grow apples in the desert? With today's greenhouse technology, nations situated in the desert like Israel can now grow apples and other agricultural produce. This is one of the interesting facts that you could learn about modern-day Israel from watching Mga Mansanas ng Desierto. Written by Israeli playwright Yvonne Librek, and translated into Filipino by Lisa Montoto, Mga Mansanas ng Desierto gives us an intimate look at Israeli life, especially on the status of Israeli women living in an ultra-conservative family. With its portrayal of female Israeli characters, namely Victoria, her hunchback sister Sarah, and the protagonist Rivka, appropriately opens Tanghalan Pilipino's 23rd theater season entitled Women of Substance.
Well, I think that in every person, there is strength. Our happiness does not lie in one person. Our lives depend on us. Now we have more choices in our lives. We should always be aware of those choices.
As a woman of substance, I am very independent, happy, kahit kuba ka. Di ba sabi nga nila, pag may mga ganung naku, wala na, parang walang-wala ng pag-asa. But on my part, no. I have to go on para, ma-fulfill ko yung dream ko na yun.
Women of substance. Okay, kasi lahat ng tao, ang definition nila ng women of substance, isang tao lang na palaban, yung walang takot. I think it's a woman with courage. Yung kahit may fear siya, patuloy pa rin siya sa paglaban. Despite sa nangyayari sa kanya. Like yung sa character ko, she's 18 years old, nasa gitna siya ng crisis na hinahanap pa niya identity niya. Tapos na caught up siya doon sa tradition or doon sa gusto niyang gawin. So I think yung decision na ginawa niya sa life niya is to go on and follow her bliss. Siguro yun yung nagbibigay sa kanya ng dance, nagbibigay sa kanya ng weight as a woman.
Although the play puts emphasis on the women of substance, the male roles are no pushover. As a matter of fact, they give to the play and they represent contrasting forces to the life of the protagonist. They are Rivka's father, Reuven, and her boyfriend Dubi.
I play the role of a very cranky Jewish husband na gustong ipapakasal ang aking anak sa isang matandang biyudo. Siyempre, it creates a big conflict. Ako ang antagonist.
My character si Dubi. Ito yung lover o boyfriend ni Rivka. Tapos, yung function dun sa play, siya yung positive na energy dun sa buong play kasi talaga siya yung nag-symbolize ng love na yun yung naging anchor ni Rivka dun sa character for that complete change.
The message of mga mansanas ng desierto blossoms in the hearts of its viewers, leaving a vital lesson that can help us as we go on through life's journey.
Wow, that is amazing. Now, time for another question. Which of CCP's resident companies was designated by UNESCO as Artists for Peace just last July? Do you want a clue? Well, they will perform at CCP's National Choral Competition. Still no idea. We'll find out the answer when the red carpet returns. One of CCP's resident companies was designated by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, or the UNESCO, as the Artists for Peace. They're none other than the Philippine Madrigal Singers. As such, they gave a special concert during the CCP's National Choral Competition. But before that, there's another category at the CCP National Choral Competition. It's a folk music competition where choirs show their skills in performing Filipino choral pieces. The Philippines is not only home to the talented choirs, but also to some of the world's best composers of choral music. And these pieces make an appearance in the competition, performed by the creme de la creme of choral groups in the country. The folk music competition is one of the most eagerly anticipated of all the categories since it gives a glimpse of local color and ingenuity. This could be seen in the costumes and the finery worn by the contestants. The musical instruments that they use accompany the choral pieces, as well as the delightful choreography that gives life to the beautiful thrills and chants. The performances enthrall the audience. They may have come to support the choir of their choice, but after hearing the contestants, the audience was left with admiration for all of them, making it hard to choose a clear victor in the first ever CCP National Choral Competition.
It makes me proud being a Filipino kasi yung mga kasali talaga dyan sa contest, super galing talaga nila. And saka, sulit talaga, super galing talaga. The best talaga ang Pinoy pagdating sa ganitong larangan.
It was very impressive to see Filipino choirs in competition. We all know that they're actually one of the best in terms of choral music, and we all have seen that today.
I think it was really great. So awesome. Ang galing nila. Wala akong masabi. I was speechless. It was passionate. Gulat ako. Super galing nila. And dun sa friend namin, super galing as in lahat. Grabe, wala akong masabi. As in, first time ko manood for now. And super na blown away.
It's very entertaining. They blended very good. It's not predictable.
All choirs were amazing. Magaling sila lahat. And hindi ko siya na-consider as a competition kasi na-enjoy ko lahat ng mga pinerform ng mga choir.
Very enriching experience. Lahat ng choirs magagaling. Talagang parang pinag-practicean talaga nila yung mga choreo. Saka masaya. Very entertaining.
Maganda siya and sana marami pang ganito. So, nanood ako ngayon to support yung mga grupong kakilala ko. So, masaya siya. Sana mas marami pang mga ganitong competition dito sa atin, sa Philippines.
The pieces have been sung. The costumes packed away. The applause given. The competition is now finally over. For a night, the contending choirs are allowed to relax. And what better way to spend a relaxing evening than listening to the choir described by a juror in one of the prestigious international choral competitions as the most beautiful sound on earth. The resident choir of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, the Philippine Madrigal Singers, gave a special concert for the contestants of the CCP National Choral Competition.
Kasama kami sa nag-organize, no, sa Madrigal Singers, and I think napanood na namin lahat ng choirs. 3 araw silang nag-perform. Pati yung mga madrigal nanood, napanood nila ang mga choirs. We are just very happy, masayang-masaya sa levels na reach ng mga choirs natin dito sa Pilipinas. Matagal nang inaasam ng aming founder, si Professor Andrea Veneracion, na talagang maraming mabuong choir at hindi lang yon, maiangat pa talaga ang level ng mga choral singing dito sa bansa. Sa tingin ko sa aking napanood na we are on our way there.
The Philippine Madrigal Singers, also known as MADS, is one of our country's prides. Because of their impressive track record, they are regarded as one of the world's best choirs. They were also recently designated as Unesco's Artists for Peace.
Grateful yet responsible na din kami kasi kailangan pangalagaan namin din yung pangalan na ibinigay din sa amin ng UNESCO.
Masarap din. Maraming responsibility for us na lalo na ngayon na mag-promote pa kami ng songs around, not just here or other countries like Europe but mostly in Asia. So, siyempre, masarap na yung feeling dahil nabestow kami ng ganong award. Pero para sa atin yun naman lahat.
The group got their name from the madrigal. A madrigal is a polyphonic and challenging style popular during the Renaissance, where singers and guests would gather around a table during a banquet to sing and make music together. This served as inspiration for their unique style of singing. Singing seated in a semicircle, with the conductor using subtle facial expressions to conduct the choir.